Hello everyone and a massive welcome or welcome back to Fallout Play Build Collect. Time has come again to do another update video. On the back of the previous update video, some people have been asking me about my condition and what's going on with the channel. So I'll give you a quick update on that. And then for all of you who have been asking where the settlement build videos have gone, don't worry, they're still coming. In fact, in this one, I'm going to show you a sneak preview of 4 new settlements. I think you're really going to love them. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss these previews. So while I'm talking, first of all, we're going to have some gameplay footage in the background. And then later in the video, I'll be running some previews of those settlements as promised. So first of all, I have to refer back to the previous update video. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link to it here if you want to go back and look. And that video is my announcement of the fact that I was back and trying to make videos again. And I run through a lot of the personal problems I'd have. So I won't go through it all again here, but people who've watched that video will know. I lost 2 family members. We lost the family business due to the pandemic. I was then hospitalised myself. And we had not 1 but 2 floods here at the home. It was the lowest of times for me. Very poor physical and mental health. And this channel, getting back involved, has really helped change that. So I have to say an enormous thank you to everybody who left comments on that first update video. Everybody who sent me messages, people who left comments on the video, sent me personal messages. I was absolutely blown away by the emotion people put into those messages. The outpouring of emotion you guys put into those messages, it knocked me sideways, it really did. I couldn't believe the love and support I received from everyone, and it made the world of difference to me, it really did. To have people from all over the world that I'd obviously never met send me messages of love and support, and to share their own messages of their own personal struggles, I just thought it was an incredible thing. It really, really moved me, it really did. And to start the channel again after being away for such a long period of time and to receive such a massive amount of love and support from people, I can't tell you what it meant to me, I really can't. You really helped pull me from a very, very dark period. So on a brighter note, here we are, something like 3 months later, and things are better. The house is still somewhat in bits, but it's looking better than it did. So there's been some other problems crop up with cars breaking down, and the financial situation is very bad here at the moment, but I know a lot of you are in a similar sort of boat, so I won't go too much into that. But one particular thing that happened did affect the channel. People are asking why the settlement build video slowed down, and the reason is my Xbox died. So if you didn't know, I've been filming everything so far on Xbox One, a very old original Xbox One, right from the early days when it was first released. And it was getting to the point where it was really struggling. It was red hot all the time, making a terrible noise. And eventually one day it just died. So with virtually no money, this put me in a really tricky position. And for a while I just considered just closing the channel. There was nothing else I could do. I looked at potentially picking up another second-hand Xbox. But after some soul searching, I decided I just couldn't walk away from the channel at the moment, and I decided to borrow the money and buy an Xbox Series X. So far nothing that's gone up on the channel has been made on the Series X. So we'll be doing a video on just that, letting people know the differences when you upgrade from standard Xbox to Series X, because I can say to you now, a little bit of a spoiler warning for that video, it has made an enormous difference, particularly to Fallout 4. The game runs so much better on it, it really does, and it has opened up a massive amount of new opportunities for me, particularly in settlement building, whereas settlements before were crashing. So anybody who's seen my Grey Garden video, if you haven't, I'll leave a link to it here. That is right on the very limit of what Xbox can handle. Originally the settlement was a little bit bigger than that. I had some other things in the settlement, and it would crash constantly. And when I say constantly, I mean every 20-30 seconds it would crash. It was that bad. So I managed to get it to the point where I took some things out and it returned to some kind of stability, but would still occasionally crash. In fact, most of the larger settlements were crashing. And in fact, in the entire years I've been playing the game, I've never really been able to play in the downtown area. In fact, I've had entire playthroughs, characters on level 90 plus, who've never really done any of the missions in that downtown Boston area. Xbox Series X has changed all that. Now you can play the game completely as it was meant to be played. You haven't got to worry about crashing or any kind of problems at all. The draw distance is massively changed as well. You can actually see your settlements from quite a distance away, and everything was popping up and drawing on Xbox One. So that's made a big difference. Plus the fact any of my settlements were slightly glitchy or had problems with crashing, and they're absolutely stable. In fact, in some of them I've added quite a lot of new buildings and they're still completely stable. I don't know where the new limit is of what the machine can handle, but I certainly haven't found it yet. In fact, in hundreds of hours of play on the new machine, I've had one crash in the entire time. But more on that on another video to come. And I also want to say a massive thank you to the viewers of the channel who were telling me about Xbox Series X and how much of a better experience it was, particularly for the building system, and advised me to get it. I personally messaged some of them and they were very good sharing their details with me and their experiences. I want to thank those guys. I didn't take all of their names to mention here. I did speak to a number of people. So I'm very, very grateful for all those people who took the time to share their experiences with me. And yes, you was absolutely right. It is a massive improvement. So the problems with the changeover from one machine to the other meant that all my builds were on one. Everything had to be swapped, everything had to be changed over. I had problems with compatibility with hard drives. Some don't like the new machine, so that caused a big problem. This all slowed me down for a number of weeks, and I've ended up getting very behind on settlement building. I've managed to find other content I've been able to put out for you guys. But the good news is the settlements will be coming, and they will be bigger and better than ever. But before we get to that, I need to ask you guys for some help. As I said earlier, the channel is not monetized. We're not massively far away from it. We're getting very close as I put this up to 700 subscribers. You need 1,000 for monetization. It pains me to think that every single penny of ad revenue so far has gone straight into Mr. Google's pocket. I haven't seen a penny of anything so far. And every time you guys are watching videos and ads are popping up, they've been in the money completely. The creator is seeing nothing. This really pains me, and I don't think it's right the way YouTube operates. Now, I know they have talked about recently lowering that bar, as lots of other people are jumping and going over to other platforms at the moment, and they know they're losing a lot of creators. And it's not surprising to me so many YouTube creators are struggling with mental health problems. So the question is, what do we do about the hostile way that YouTube treats its own creators? Running even a very small channel like mine is an enormous amount of work. Planning the videos, writing scripts, editing the videos, editing and recording sound, going back and correcting problems, making sure everything's as smooth as possible. You've got to do your own graphics. And the other problem I'm really running into now as the channel gets slightly bigger is what to do about all the footage you capture. You've got to have somewhere to store it. I'm going to have better equipment, a better computer, and some dedicated storage. So when we talk about monetization of the channel and being able to afford the channel going forward, now I realise just the vast amount of time it takes to produce videos. So if the channel is going to survive and grow going forward, I'm going to need a lot of new equipment. The running costs of even a small channel like this really are much bigger than you'd expect. So with that in mind, and with monetization still some way away, I've signed up to a platform called Buy Me a Coffee. Now this is a growing platform, hopefully some of you have already heard of it. But I think it solves that problem for small creators. It allows the viewer, if they found the video useful, if they found it helpful or entertaining, they can contribute a small amount to the creator and help that creator continue to pay their costs and to grow the platform. Now this can be done on a one-off payment system, like I said, just a few dollars if you want. And the advantage with this over other platforms such as Patreon is you don't have to sign up to a long-term plan and commit a set amount of money going forward. You can just do it on that one-off basis. So I've looked into this platform quite a lot recently. I really like it. I was recommended to it by a friend. So I've now added that to the channel. So anyone who feels like they're able to contribute to the channel and they'd like to do that, they have that option to do that now. And they have the option to do it with no long-term commitment. Now I'll put a link to the Buy Me a Coffee page in the description here. You can go and take a look at the page. I've put a blog up there that you can read a blog. I will be putting things up there. It will be a companion to this site. And there will be things for people, even those who don't contribute. Going forward long term, there will be a membership on it eventually where I'll have exclusive content, much as you do on Patreon. But we're some way away from that now. This is just purely that you can contribute small amounts if you should wish to. I'd be deeply grateful to anyone who feels they can help out, even if it is only a few dollars. And I'll guarantee that all of the money I receive from the donations will go towards the financial running costs of the channel and producing more videos going forward. Overall, I think it's a little bit sad that something like this is necessary. It would be nice if YouTube themselves had this kind of option from day one so that people could support creators if they wish to. Give the viewer the option and give the creator the option. Why they don't do that is beyond me. So if you can't contribute financially, don't worry, it's no problem at all. Just continue to watch the videos. You'll be helping me out a lot with just doing that. So yeah, continue liking, continue commenting as well. I get some really fantastic comments, so please keep those going. That helps the channel out. So yeah, like, it's the old thing. Everybody says it. I know it gets boring, but it is like, favourite, subscribe. Or even better, if you can subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to make sure you know when the new videos are going up. Sadly, with the way that YouTube is set up, creators have to say all the time, please like, subscribe, notify, and leave comments on videos, because your videos simply won't get watched if you don't. YouTube just won't push videos that people are not interacting with. So it really is very, very important. So massive thank you to everybody who has commented and liked and has subscribed to the channel already. I'm deeply grateful. Don't forget to check out the community section. I'm putting regular polls up there and updates for the channel. It's great when you interact with the polls. It lets me know what you guys are liking. Let me know in the comments as well. Do you really like the build videos? Do you like the tips videos? What is it you want to see on the channel? You let me know. I'm looking into maybe doing some live streaming as well. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Lots of people have asked for playthrough videos. I tried that. At the moment, until I get the storage system sorted out, I won't be able to do any playthroughs. It's just far too much footage to store and organise. Until I get a storage unit sorted out where I can keep the footage organised and keep it stored and backed up, a gameplay series just simply won't be possible. So until I raise some money for that, that won't be coming very soon, but I am looking at maybe doing live streaming instead. So thank you to all of you who are still watching and listening. I know there is a hardcore group of fans out there who will go through the entire video. I know from analytics, some of these videos do get watched all the way through by about 10-15% of the audience. So if you're one of that hardcore group, massive thank you to you. Really hope everybody enjoyed the previews. Let me know what you think of those new settlements. Let me know what one you'd really like to see first. So I think that's a good place we leave this update. I know there's a lot to unpack there. Again, thank you for everybody who stayed with me. And as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Enjoy your gaming, and I hope to see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.